Okay, guys, so I just got back from the US premiere of Fortune Favor Lady Nikuko, plus a bonus short that was after the credits that usually doesn't happen called Deji Meets Girl. But let me start with the movie first. The main story of the movie is about a young woman named Lady Nikuko, who basically throughout most of her life, men have basically cheated or stolen her money from her, and she's into gambling a lot. She's just basically a legit nice woman, but she's gets through life very hardships, even to the point of raising her daughter, which we basically focus most of the movie on. Most of the movie is just basically the perspective of her daughter, but to be fair, we do get to know the title character a lot. Most of the story is basically through the perspective of her daughter's childhood. She is in elementary school, which you wouldn't guess at first through the trailers because, like, she looks like a teenager, but I'm guessing she's supposed to be in elementary school. But surprisingly, the other kids that are in her school surprisingly look like children. They look like little kids, but her, I don't know, she just looks to me like a teenager to me. But yeah, so throughout most of her life, she has a best friend, and also she meets this strange boy who has a fascination for making weird faces. So yeah, most of this movie is just basically a slice of life. Honestly, what I like about the movie is definitely the designs of the characters and the art style. The movie is very beautiful. I mean, it's definitely not, it's pretty much a given because anime nowadays has definitely shown a lot of beautiful animation, but this one definitely stands out. It almost kind of felt like a children's coloring book. I kind of got a little bit of vibes from Winnie the Pooh on in some occasions. Surprisingly, there's even anime references in there from, for example, Hayao Miyazaki, but I think that was in the trailer or something like that. But what I really like about the movie is definitely the relationship between the mother and the daughter. Surprisingly, it's really emotional, and yeah, like I said, it's really good. I do like some of the very funny moments in this movie. Surprisingly, a lot of the funny moments are very odd and weird, but I definitely like the feel to it. It's like a very comforting movie. This isn't a movie where you have to like think about like, oh, what does this mean? Like, what is this main message? It's just basically the life of the mother and the daughter, and mostly the daughter throughout her elementary school years. Yeah, it's nothing much towards the movie, but this was a very enjoyable watch. Nothing too big, nothing too small, but it's definitely the right amount of like emotion, a lot of good laughs. Just a very comforting movie. Yeah, it was good for what it was. Yeah. And now we get to the short. Deji Meets Girl. So I remember seeing this through G Kids promoting it. So it's a very weird kind of anime. Surprisingly, looking this up, this anime actually came out last year. It came out last year, and for some odd reason, G Kids decided to release it this year and mix it with this movie. And it played after the credits, surprisingly. Think about Disney movies with, and Pixar, and they play their shorts way before the movies, but this played way after the movies, and surprisingly, it's not a short film, it's a 12 episode series that every episode is like 2 minutes, and it kind of has a flowing narrative, kind of not. I think people can complain about that. So it's basically about this young teenager who runs into a famous star, a famous male idol, who decides to escape from his life just to, hide from everything and just trying to find comfort and not going back because supposedly something happened with him. And then when he meets the girl, yeah, I don't remember her name. Sorry, it's just because Japanese names it's like very hard to remember. Sorry. She meets the girl. Deji meets the girl, and weird shit starts to happen. Like weird stuff starts to happen. Like there's water flowing and they're like in the ocean, but it's still like the beach. It's still like the hotel and stuff. There are these trees, kind of like Jack and the Beanstalk. There's these weird ghost characters. It almost kind of looks like Spirited Away, but taking place in like in Okinawa. I did remember that it took place in Okinawa, but it was just a very strange trip. I think it's a romance. I think it's not. It's never fully confirmed what it is, but I surprisingly liked it. I thought it was very weird. I don't think it's like the best kind of anime. Following up the movie, honestly, I can understand why they put it here because in a way it kind of fits with the strangeness of both movies, but at the same time, it's kind of its own thing. It kind of reminded me a little bit of mixture of Squid Girl mixtured with Ponyo. I don't know. It's just that kind of feel to it. It was a surprisingly nice little short series, which, yeah, they're probably going to release it bundled with this movie, but maybe they're going to release it separately too, so who knows. So yeah, I had a very enjoyable time watching this. This was a great experience. So yeah, if you get the chance, supposedly G Kids is going to be releasing it widely in theaters in a few days. So yeah, go check it out. It's definitely worth it. Definitely stay after the credits just so you can see that 12 episode short. It's definitely worth watching.